Day 48. Yes, we know.
Up and Adam troops, time to rise and shine!
You know, we haven't seen it in a while.
Get ready for your 48th day of active service here at Last Defense Academy. Prepare to spend another day enduring the unendurable and suffering the insufferable to pave the way for humanity's future greatness. Be ready to give your lives to protect our beloved school from the vile and barbaric enemy.
I still love it. It's morning. My body still felt heavy and rested because of yesterday's tumultuous activities. Nozomi was severely injured by a commander, and Moko sacrificed herself to save her. One of the worst days of my life. The day the fate of the anti-sponsor alliance took a turn for the worse. Moko. There was no time for me to grieve her death yesterday, so all of that sadness that I pushed down came bubbling to the surface this morning. I still couldn't believe how suddenly our mood maker had met her demise. Please let her be the last. Probably won't. Anyway, I've had to endure an irrational amount of distressing situations for the last 48 days. Desperately hope nothing bad would happen in the next 50. Do you know what game you're in, mate? But the moment I made that wish, it's like already, like what now? Like Takumi, we got trouble. I'll be like, oh god, no. I could somehow feel in my bones that this call was going to lead to trouble. But I also knew I couldn't ignore the bell no matter how much I wanted to. That's just what great team leaders do. Right, Moko? Reluctantly, I got up and opened the door. Takumi, I regret to be the bearer of bad news, but what now? Nozomi's condition suddenly deteriorated this morning. What? Thought she was doing better yesterday. Her physical wounds have almost completely healed since we injected her with the concentrated cryptoglobin. However, other symptoms started showing up this morning. High fever, difficulty breathing, pale and clammy skin. All symptoms of an active viral infection, but I couldn't find any viruses in her blood. I have no idea what's causing them. But she just got injected with cryptoglobin. It can't be rejection again. Unless because the amount of recovery it gave her is like it's had a toll on her body. High fever and difficulty breathing. The pieces immediately clicked into place in my head. It must be rejection symptoms. Rejection? What are you talking about? Well, Nozomi's different from us. I was left with no choice but to tell Yugamu Nozomi's secret. I get it now. Something like graft versus host disease. Then, the commander's blood we injected yesterday is starting to attack the host body. Yeah, her body isn't compatible with cryptoglobin. Should have thought of that before we injected her with it yesterday. No need to be so hard on yourself. It was the best choice out of a dearth of options. Like, yeah, it's like you gave her a chance at survival. Now we need more cryptoglobin, really. So, how do we suppress these rejection symptoms? What's needed to suppress cryptoglobin rejection symptoms is more cryptoglobin. Do we have another vial? Has Darumi used hers? Can we convince Darumi? You know, in the experiments, we were looking for a way to reduce rejection symptoms, so we tried getting the blood to consume itself. My mum transfused additional cryptoglobin, and then the rejection symptoms stopped. We'll have to kill another commander and get her to absorb that cryptoglobin if we want to save Nozomi. But there are only 2 commanders left. Where would we even find them? Again, we should go ask Darumi. Has she used her vial? Please, could we have it? There's no time. We have to go out and look for them right now. I grabbed my infuser and was about to fly out of the room when... Wait, Takumi. Yugamu pulled me back by the collar of my shirt and almost knocked the wind out of me. Then there's no need to go out and send yourself to an untimely death when we already have a commander right here with us. Oh. We We do. Yes, someone extremely pliant and well-behaved, unlike the other commanders. I have a feeling she may even offer her blood without a fight, sparing us the need to kill her.
Huh?
Commander like that doesn't exist. I suddenly realized who he was talking about. We should at least ask Darumi if she's... That should be the first... Okay. He was right. We did have a commander right here with us. In a courtyard prison cell. Eva may be willing to share some of her blood with us. Ooh. Would she, though? I am absolutely not giving anyone my blood. Yeah. Despite explaining the situation to Eva and asking her to share some blood with us, I was coldly rejected. Please, we really need your blood to save Nozomi. Have you not been listening to a word I said? The god we worship prohibits the consumption of divine blood. I would no longer be a servant of God if I violated this commandment. You aren't consuming it. I did, in fact, vaguely recall her saying something like that. The absorption of divine blood is strictly prohibited in our commandments. It's just this once. Surely your god wouldn't get that angry. Don't be stupid. Once is all that's needed. There are no second chances. But again, you're not consuming the blood, so you're not breaking the rules. That is what faith means. It seemed like it would be impossible to convince the devout Eva to break her faith. Unless... Eva, if you agree to give us some of your blood, give you the mask back. I'll give you the key to your prison cell. No, the mask, you fool! You said you have a daughter, right? Her name's Kamyun or something? Think about it. You can free yourself and go see your beloved Kamyun again. I can't believe you're trying to exploit my love for my daughter to your own benefit. You disappoint me. I'm in no position to be picky about my methods. I need your blood to save Nozomi. So please, Eva, please save my friend. Eva lowered her eyes as an agonized look spread over her face, like she was trying to process a difficult thought. Very well. You can have some of my blood. Eva, I can't trust this at all. But I can't be the one to hand it over. You'll have to take it from me yourself. I was pinned down and forced to give up some of my blood after putting up a valiant fight. Can that be the official story? Yeah, let's go with that. It's probably the best compromise she could make based on Eva's faith. We'd have to bring Nozomi here for the scenario to work. Alright, okay, Eva. I like how you're bending the rules so it works. I quickly went back to Nozomi's room and brought her to the cage with help from Yugumu and the others. Can you walk, Nozomi? Where's Moko? Don't worry about that right now. I must save her. Nozomi was delirious from her fever. She was still living through the battle of the day. Still trying to save her friend. Thanks for agreeing to help, Eva. She's not helping. We're in a battle. Play along, yes? Now Nozomi will have a fighting chance thanks to you. Dispense with the formalities and move her inside the cage quickly. When we went into the cage, Eva took off the suit she was usually clad in. She exposed her neck, probably to make it easier for Nozomi to suck her blood. Does anyone have a blade to cut my neck with? Like, whoa. At that, Yugumu took out his knife and made a thin cut on Eva's neck with it. Blood started trickling from the wound. Nozomi, here. Bite on Eva's neck. You'll feel better after drinking her blood. We pushed Nozomi closer to Eva and positioned her lips near Eva's neck. And then... like a vampire! Essentially. Like, yeah. Nozomi bit on Eva's neck and started sucking her blood ravenously. She might have instinctively felt she would get better by drinking this blood.
She's drinking too much!
Nozomi was so focused on drinking up the blood, she had literally latched herself onto Eva's neck. As soon as she said that... Oh, Mom, I'm sorry. She blurted out something completely unexpected.
I'm sorry for falling sick so easily. Don't worry, though. I can still go on.
Eva's just like, what's going on? I sort of lost so much blood.
I'll help you and make sure your experiment goes well. So, it's okay. I can handle the injections. Even if I'm not feeling well. Let me help, Mom. I'll be useful. So, please, don't die!
Nozomi?
Absorbing Eva's blood might have overstimulated her, and she was clearly confused. I mean, yeah, she was in a fever state previously, so she seemed to have mistaken Eva for her mother and kept crying and pleading for her not to die. She was likely remembering how her mother had killed herself after her cryptoglobin project was shut down.
You're being experimented on by your own mother? No! Do not agree to it! You'll just end up hurting yourself!
Eva, what? Eva was making desperate attempts to warn the tearful Nozomi, practically telling her not to go along with the experiments. It's in the past, Eva. Almost seemed like she was talking directly to Nozomi in the past. Could it be that Eva was seeing into her memories? Potentially.
No! Mom! Don't go! Don't leave me!
Like, you know, the whole cryptoglobin, telepathy thing. It's like, considering it's Eva's blood, like maybe there's something going on there.
She's no mother to you. No daughter should be expected to make sacrifices for her mother.
Nozomi and Eva held each other tightly and cried loudly, until suddenly, they both fell unconscious at the same time. Day 49. How you doing, Eva? How's your neck? The next morning, I immediately headed to the courtyard as soon as I woke up. Nozomi was resting in her room, and while I was concerned about her, she was being well tended to by Tsubasa and Kyoshika. Eva, on the other hand, was alone in a cage. As her caretaker, it was my duty to look after her. Morning, Eva. How you feeling? Like absolute crap, that's how. How much blood do you think I lost yesterday? One glance and I could tell that Eva was borderline anemic. Maybe I should bring her some iron supplements later. My dear Nozomi drank me like I was... My dear Nozomi. Okay, drank me like I was a pack of fruit juice. I'll have to lecture her about her table manners later. Eva's affectionate tone of voice was throwing me off a little off kilter. Eva, did you just call her my dear Nozomi? I did. What's wrong with that? I'm not trying to say it's wrong. Don't you give pet names to your relatives? That's how we do things around here, at least. What? When did Nozomi become your relative? What do you mean? She's consumed my blood. We're literally blood relatives now. Well, some people would see things that way, I suppose. This had to be some sort of cultural gap. Wait, school invaders have culture? I mean, you've only just noticed now. Takumi, I relived Nozomi's life yesterday. I saw every scene of Nozomi's past in vivid detail as if I was there. Thought it might have been something like that. Directly consuming Eva's blood briefly connected Nozomi's mind with hers. Yeah. I could not believe what I saw in her memories. She was experimented on by her very own mother. Nozomi did tell me about that herself. Her mother had been researching cryptoglobin as she experimented on Nozomi. Did you remember anything more? Maybe anything like a Karawa person or anything? No? There was so much fear, pain, and agony. Why wouldn't there be? They were basically injecting divine blood into the body of a still-growing child. It was cruel, downright cruel.
What mother in her right mind would do such a thing to her own flesh and blood?
Eva punched the floor of the cage in genuine anger. You want to control your temper? Because you don't have much blood at the moment. Calm down. Relax. Maybe lie down on the bed. if you can call that a bed, but lie down. But Nozomi didn't hate her mother despite what had been done to her. In fact, she blamed herself for not being useful enough, even though she did nothing wrong at all. Such a meek and obedient girl she was. She loved her mother so much, and what did that ungrateful woman do? Instead of reciprocating Nozomi's love, she went and hanged herself. Her mother hanged herself, huh? The person who discovered her dead body was probably... Foolish woman. So what if your project failed? You had a daughter who loved you so much. What else did you need? Yes. She was a fool. Children are innocent creatures full of unconditional love for their parents. And Nozomi still loves her mother, even if that love will never be reciprocated. If she were my dear daughter, I would protect her with my life. Just then. I wonder if that's gonna be like potentially like the next choice is like, is Eva gonna protect Nozomi somehow? Good morning, Eva and Takumi. Nozomi, you're feeling better already, you vampire. Yeah, I've made a complete recovery thanks to Eva's blood. Eva, I'm here to thank you for saving my life. I don't remember the details, but I heard I drank a lot of your blood. Sorry about all the stress I put you through. You're looking kind of pale. Is it because of what I did? I didn't give you my blood because I wanted to save you. I did it for myself. Still, I'm thankful. And I'll definitely repay you. You protected me, and now it's my turn to protect you. This time. Nozomi? I'll protect you!
Mommy?
Uh-oh. Mummy? Oh? Sorry, that was a mistake. Didn't seem like a simple case of mistaken identity to me. Could it be that just like how Eva felt empathy for Nozomi, Nozomi was feeling empathy for Eva as well? You're now connected by blood. Come, if you don't mind, I'd like to be Eva's caretaker from now on. Since she's feeling unwell because of me, it's only right that I be the one to nurse her back to health. That's nice of you to offer, but Eva's leaving today. That was the condition for giving you blood. About that, actually, I've decided to stay for a little while longer. Because of the blood connection now, isn't it? Yeah. It's too dangerous for me to be wandering around outside when I'm not in top condition. I'll care for you until you get better. I can whip up a pretty nutritious porridge dish. That's settled then. Takumi, I'll take that key. Hey, wait! Nozomi snatched the key to the hut out of my hands and clutched it tightly with a smile on her face. You can count on me. I know exactly what a recovering patient needs. I'm a veteran at this frail and sickly thing. After all. I don't trust this. Nozomi's excitement was somehow making me feel all the more uneasy about the situation. Yeah. I could only hope that what she felt for Eva was purely gratitude and nothing more. Probably something more. Day 50. Vile and barbaric enemy. And thus began our 50th day at the Academy and the 8th day of round 2 of the Invader Hunt. I had called for the members of the Alliance to gather in my room for a meeting first thing in the morning, in order to discuss the future of the anti-sponsor alliance. Losing Moko was a painful blow. We'll never stop grieving her. But we can't lose ourselves to despair. Moko didn't sacrifice herself for us to do that. She desperately wanted us to keep living. Lady Moko was a woman of integrity. She always puts our interests ahead of our own. By living on like she wanted us to, we become living proof that Moko made a mark on this world. That's right. We have to keep living. And for us to do that, Yukabo, how are the preparations for the assassination coming along? Smoothly. I have it on good authority, mine, really. And that the sponsor will be dead and buried before round 3 begins, exactly as I planned. Good. That means our objective remains the same. We need to stay out of last place so that none of us get executed. To just survive. That's our only objective. Let's work toward that goal as a team. At my encouragement, everybody agreed with loud and firm voices. Moko was no longer with us, but we could still help each other to go on. Victory would be ours as long as we survived round 2. But there was just one thing I was concerned about. So Takumi, Lady Nozomi did not show up for the meeting. Yeah. I was wondering where she was. She wasn't in her room. She is most likely bringing breakfast to Eva. Nozomi had been spending a lot of time with Eva since yesterday. Even though this was a critical period for us. I'll go get her. The rest of you can return to your rooms to prepare for the hunt. After dismissing the group, I headed to the cage in the courtyard. And there I saw... What did you see? What did you see?
Say ah!
Nozomi, I can feed myself.
Sure you can. But there's no need to act tough around me. Come on, say ah!
I don't think it's acting tough, but okay. Wait, you did it? Yeah! What's going on here, Nozomi? Oh, morning, Takumi. Can't you tell I'm nursing Eva back to health? I made a special convalescent omelette porridge. It's super effective. Nozomi's home cooking. I wish I could have some too. No, wait. Why is she making special food for a captured prisoner? Do you like it, Eva? It could do with less salt. And just less seasoning in general. Your cooking skills need some work, Nozomi. Oh, come on. You're being too harsh on me. I spent a lot of time on this, you know. Flattery benefits no one. Stop working on those cooking skills now or you'll never be able to get married. Who cares about getting married? There you go, being stubborn again. Never mind, give me my second mouthful now, before the food cools. You see? It's edible after all. I didn't say it wasn't edible. You know, it's just... His face just like, ah? What was I looking at? Some wholesome scene from a slice of life soap opera? Eva was treating Nozomi like a child, but that was because she had given Nozomi some of her blood. As for Nozomi, she seemed to have developed a sort of kinship with Eva all of a sudden. Actually, this wasn't just kinship, more like... Nozomi, we're all going outside to earn some points after this. You should come along. Sorry, Takumi, I'm not going outside today. I don't feel completely well yet. Okay. You did just recover from your sickness. You should rest today. Yeah, please let the others know as well. Well, we have 7 more days until the end of round 2. 1 day shouldn't hurt, assuming it's only 1 day. After that, we went outside without Nozomi to earn some more points. And you know what points mean? Prizes. Day 51. She's not coming again.
Any itchy spots I can help you with today, madam?
The top of my head, maybe. Yes, that's the spot. Nozomi, you sure know how to make a woman feel pampered.
Your scalp feels really stiff, madam. Shall I give you a head massage?
And that was the scene I was presented with when I went to the courtyard this morning to fetch Nozomi. Nozomi, what's going on this time? I'm washing Eva's hair for her. She's sick and needs some help with her hygiene. I feel so refreshed. A prisoner getting a spa day is simply unheard of. This is pure bliss. Nozomi was becoming way too attached to someone who was basically being held captive. Unfazed by my astonishment, Nozomi started blow-drying Eva's hair cheerfully. She smiled so happily, like an ordinary little girl. In the end, Nozomi didn't join us for the day's hunt either. Day 52. And that's why I think Nozomi's becoming way too attached to Eva. When the Alliance gathered in my room first thing in the morning, we started discussing Nozomi's recent behavior. I feel like this has gone far beyond mere gratitude to Eva for saving her life. What's making Nozomi so obsessed with Eva? Maybe it was because she consumed Eva's blood directly by mouth while also being in physical contact with her. Unspoken biological data was shared somehow and a strong bond was forged from that. That's quite likely. Eva even admitted that she saw Nozomi's memories. Maybe Nozomi saw Eva's memories as well. Such sophisticated concepts are beyond me. But I do observe that Lady Nozomi seems to be seeking a mother figure in her life. A mother figure? Lady Nozomi has the tendency to be drawn toward women who are intrinsically maternal. Take Lady Mocha, for example. Whenever the two of them were there together, Lady Nozomi always exuded great joy. That's a point. Nozomi isn't even questioning what happened to Moko. Does she even know? Moko is the very definition of maternal. Or should I say, a mother hen. So, in order to fill the void Moko left behind, Nozomi has become attached to Eva. Someone who is equally as motherly? Alright, I think that's enough psychoanalyzing Nozomi for today. The more important thing is, how do we get her away from Eva and convince her to return to the battlefield? As things stand now, the two methods we can try are... The first is to drive Eva out of the academy immediately. The second is to just kill her on the spot. No kidding, I'd feel bad if we did that. And how do you feel about Nozomi's precarious position on the leaderboard? She's currently second to last. The second to last defense academy? It won't be long before she falls into last place if she keeps refusing to take part in the hunt. Yugami was right. Nozomi didn't have much time left to rectify the situation. If she kept fawning over Eva and being unreasonable about joining the hunt, we might eventually have to take drastic measures. I mean, can we not just tell Eva this and Eva be like, you should go hunt, dearie? I'll go talk to her one more time. Ask her to think seriously about earning points so that we can survive the second round together. And so I headed to the cage in the courtyard to do just that. I thought I would be greeted by the sight of Nozomi playing house with Eva again, however...
I hate you, Ava! You're just trying to be mean now!
What now?
I am not! Everything I said was for your own good!
Stepping into the courtyard, I immediately heard loud bickering coming from the direction of the cage.
Shut up! Shut up! You don't know anything about me!
Wait, Nozomi! I'm not done yet!
Nozomi ran from the cage and straight out of the courtyard with tears in her eyes. I quickly went over to the cage to ask Eva what happened. What happened, Eva? I saw Nozomi crying. Yes, because I told her what needed to be said. And what was that? I told her frankly her mother was a piece of incorrigible trash and she should stop loving someone like that. Oh, that's a really sensitive topic for her, Eva. Yeah, like what the hell? She's been struggling with her feelings for her mother. Of course she'd be upset to hear you say all that. So you don't think her mother's a piece of trash? We're talking about someone who subjugated her own daughter to live experimentation, you know? No, that's not what I meant. A waste of breath who ended herself after her project was shut down without sparing a single thought for her daughter? She tortured through those very experiments? Okay, when you put it like that, I mean, she does appear to fit the definition of human trash. Still, it wasn't what you said, but how you said it. Someone had to tell her the ugly truth, or else the pain would never end. Nozomi still loves her mother, so she blames herself for her mother's suicide. Poor girl. I must free her from this suffering. It's true that telling Nozomi the truth would be good for her in the long run, but people usually avoid such conversations. Nobody wanted to be hated by their friends. You're so strong. Aren't you afraid she might hate you? Eva? Does she hate me now? I don't know. She probably hates me now. I made her cry. I'm always like this, even with Kamyun. I'd get agitated, say things I shouldn't, and then we get into a big fight. Someone like me is just not cut out to be a parent. Takumi, do you happen to have some alcohol lying around? Drown my sorrows with me tonight? Teach me the right way to raise Nozomi? Why would there be alcohol lying around? And why would you be raising Nozomi? Telling the truth as it was and then bursting into tears afterwards. Talk about mood swings. How did she ever become a commando? I'll go check on Nozomi. I headed for Nozomi's room with the intention of using this chance to drive a wedge between her and Eva. We're in the middle of a war and killing game. This is no time for anyone to be playing happy families with a prisoner. Oh, Takumi, I'm sorry you had to see all that just now. Yeah, about that. What happened actually? Do you mind telling me? I need to keep tabs on everyone because I'm technically team leader, so... No, I don't mind. This might take a while, so come in. I need someone to vent to right now anyway. Nozomi gestured for me to step inside her room, and then... Eva was so mean to me! She wouldn't stop complaining about the soup I spent so much time making. She said it was bland, tasteless, and needed more seasoning. And to top it all off, she said nobody would ever marry me if I kept cooking like this. She's so old-fashioned. Things like that don't matter these days. I listened to Nozomi vent for much longer than I had expected. I was honestly surprised to see this side of her. I always pegged her as the grounded, long-suffering type who'd never complained. I could deal with her grumbling about me, but this time, she went after my mother. She called her a trashy researcher who experimented on her own daughter. Isn't that mean of her? She doesn't even know the whole story. Yeah, that was mean of her. She went too far. Decided to use this as an opportunity to drive a wedge between the two of them, he said, though. Not surprised she's so heartless. She's a true blue school invader. She's only acting human-like to lull us into a false sense of security before she... Don't you dare talk about Eva like that. She raised her voice so suddenly I thought my eardrums might burst. But what's gotten into you? You started talking bad about her first. I have the right, but I won't stand for hearing anyone else speak ill of her. Complaining about her and turning around to desperately defend her? It's almost like Nozomi thought she was... You're being weird, Nozomi. Eva's not related to you or anything. I know you're emotionally attached to her because she saved your life, but there have to be boundaries. This is neither the time nor the place to be playing family with an invader. You'll die if you start focusing on the... if you don't start focusing on the hunting game now. Nozomi lowered her eyes sadly, but I had no intention of holding back. I will keep urging her to stop the charade until she comes to her senses. The night I received Eva's blood, I had a dream. What dream? A dream where I relived Eva's life. Oh, do tell. So I was right, Nozomi saw Eva's memories too. Eva never wanted to become a soldier, but she had to live up to the expectations of those around her because she was born with the power of cryptoglobin. Elevated to the status of a hero, she fought battle after battle, while thinking in her heart, if only I could just hurry up and die. Surprised to learn that Eva felt that way. However, she stopped trying to seek death after one fateful day. The day she adopted her daughter. Kamyon. Yes, Kamyon. She's the daughter of Eva's dead older brother, so she is technically her niece. Eva's life changed completely after she adopted Kamyon. Oh, that's a picture. Nozomi grabbed a pen and started drawing what looked like a face in a notebook. Was this the Kamyon we were talking about? Kamyon was a bright young prodigy and refused to listen to Eva at first. She would mock Eva disrespectfully and caused her a lot of headaches. Eva was about to give up. She had no idea how to handle Kamyon. Until one night, Eva found Kamyon secretly crying by herself. She wailed and cried for her mummy and daddy, just like a normal child. No, Kamyon had always been a normal child. Once Eva realized that, she held Kamyon in a tight embrace and made a promise. She promised to put aside Kamyon's status as a child prodigy and treat her the same way a real parent would. She promised to love her to the end, like she was her own flesh and blood. It must be why Eva so desperately to keep living, even if it meant being taken prisoner. She didn't want to leave Kamyon alone in the world. Eva's feelings for her daughter are genuine. That's why I felt comfortable enough speaking my mind to her. I should have been that way with my mum. I'd just been honest with her about my feelings. She wouldn't have... I know you feel guilty about what happened to your mother, and I won't deny that the affection you feel for Eva is real. But can't you do all that after surviving the second round? You're in second to last place at the moment. One wrong move and you'll be executed. So please, Nozomi, join the game tomorrow. Start earning points. He's right, you know. Nozomi, why won't you look at me? I've misunderstood the school invaders. I used to think they were nothing but heartless monsters. But they're not. They have family and loved ones too, like I saw in Eva's memories. And that's why. She looked at me with determination and said,
That's why I won't fight the invaders anymore.
but I thought the little ones, the little ones were just cannon fodder. They're not actually, people.
I will be the one to die in the second round.